Welcome to part 5 of the East Coast road trip. In part 4 we just left off in Bar Harbor, Maine and had a 7-hour drive to Vermont ahead of us, so this is a little compilation of that drive to Vermont. Before arriving in Burlington, we made a stop at the Ben & Jerry's factory just outside of Burlington. Really cool to come and see the actual factory. This is the headquarters of Ben & Jerry's, and to see the flavour graveyard. So this is where all the flavours come to die. Basically any flavours that have gone out of production, this is where you'll find them, all the information and the years that they were in circulation as well. So just really cool to see. After so many hours of driving, we eventually ended up in Burlington, Vermont, our final destination. And Burlington was a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. It was very college focused, I think, quite like Providence in Rhode Island. Very small town, quite a quiet town, but very residential, and we were heading to our Airbnb. This was our Airbnb. It was half of the house that was on the main street, and it was fully equipped with everything. Very spacious kitchen, large fridge freezer, everything you would need. We were only staying here for 24 hours though, so we didn't cook, but if you wanted to cook, you had everything that you could wish for. And this is the bathroom just off of the kitchen, so standard with a stand-up shower. And then through here is the living area, sofa, TV with Netflix built in as well. And then through here is where the bedroom is, and I'll add a link below for the Airbnb. And this is us when we checked out, so the bed wasn't like this when we arrived. And there was a little cat outside as well. And this is Burlington main town city centre. A lot of shops. It was quite happening because it was the summer, I think, but some cool graffiti. Not much, I would say, to explore around the area, but we were very hungry after all that driving. So came to a Nepalese restaurant, and we love momos. If you've watched our New York vlogs, we always go to a Himalayan cafe in New York, but we came here, got some lovely momos, some noodles, and definitely filled a hole. And then we headed down to Burlington Pier and Harbour. A lovely area. It was very busy, lots of tourists about, lots of people just having a walk at sunset, and there was also a concert happening on the pier, but it was around $80 for a ticket, so we just sat outside and listened to the music a few steps away without having to pay, which is quite nice. And I got many mosquito bites sitting here in the evening, but it was the final night of our road trip, and it was just really nice to relax and enjoy the sunset and reminisce on the last week or so that we've had here in America. And then we seen this dog that was the biggest dog that I have ever seen. It was humongous, almost like a bear. It was so huge. Then the next morning it was up early again. It was our time to say goodbye to the East Coast road trip, and we headed off for some bagels for the road ahead. Myers was a highly recommended spot for bagels, really long queue in the morning as well, lots of people about, and it was a very tasty bagel. And of course, what is our road trip without some Dunkin'? And this was one of the top things to come and see in Burlington, Vermont. So this is the world's largest filing cabinet. Yes, I kid you not, this is the world's largest filing cabinet, and this is what I love about America. You see the most randomest things ever. And then it was time to head back to New York to catch our flight, but we wanted to stop off in New Haven in Connecticut first because himself had heard so much about pizza in New Haven that he had to come and try it. And this was Sally's Apizza that was highly recommended by Dave Portnoy of Barstool Sports, if you know who that is. And yeah, the queue. So I could say it was very worth the hype, but we placed our order for pickup and we had to come back 2 hours later to pick it up. So we wandered around New Haven. It was in the mid-30s temperature wise, so it was very, very hot and it was very, very quiet. I think because this is Yale University campus all around the city, that it is a very university focused area and town. And because it was summer, it was very quiet. There were people kind of milling around for open days, I think, and prospective students. But it was just really cool to see the area very quiet with not a lot of people around. But I think when you come from New York to any of these cities, anywhere kind of seems quiet compared to New York. But yeah, it was a bit of a ghost town, but it was very hot. And we just strolled around the area to see the university campus and the different houses, which was really, really cool to see. And we ended our trip by having some pizza from Sally's in the Yale University grounds. So it was almost like being American college students having our pizza. This is our last meal of the East Coast road trip, and it was perfect. It was the perfect setting. And the pizza, it was good. And then it was time to head to New York to catch our evening flight. So hard to see the skyline and not actually go to New York, but we headed to the airport and got caught in the most torrential rainstorm. I mean, outside it looks gorgeous, but for 10 minutes we were passing over the car, it lashed out of the heavens, and if you can see the water from all of my clothes, I was drenched. But thank you so much for watching the whole East Coast road trip. I will link the playlist for all the videos, and subscribe if you're new, and leave any comments below at all, and thank you so much for watching.